Good evening, everybody. We're coming on the air quickly here because in 21 minutes there is supposed to be a press conference, which I'm hoping I can at least get you audio of, about this murder that happened on the University of Georgia's campus in Athens, Georgia, yesterday, and a suspect has been taken into custody, and they're supposed to be doing a press conference. I don't know that I'll have video of it. I might. I'm hoping to at least have audio of it, but I figured I'd jump on the air real quick and try to get you some coverage of it. And what I'm doing here real quick is I'm looking for a couple things. Let me kind of get set up here so I can hopefully bring this to you. Okay, hang on. Again, I'm hoping to have at least audio. I'm not sure where it's airing. I'm not sure where it's airing. This is a woman who was jogging through the campus, a former student there, 22 years old, and then she was found killed. And so if you look right here, it says, from University of Georgia, a suspect in the murder of Laken Riley has been taken into custody by University of Georgia Police Department. At this time, there are no indications of a continuing threat to the UGA campus related to this matter. A news conference has been scheduled for 7 p.m. this evening in 19 minutes, at which time investigators will be able to provide more details. So I just need to find where this is airing. On YouTube, we are on Agenda Free TV 2. I hope people figured that out. There's Agenda Free TV 2. If you're watching on one of the other platforms and you're like, why aren't you on YouTube? We are on YouTube, but there are two YouTube channels. Agenda Free TV 2 is the second one, and sometimes for like the smaller stories, we are on Agenda Free TV 2. So this is on YouTube, it's Agenda Free TV 2. Not Agenda Free TV, okay? So if you're watching on another platform, you're like, why isn't it on Agenda Free TV? I will post, the mods will post the link to the second channel. But it's the second channel is what we're on, Agenda Free TV 2. On YouTube, on the other platforms, we're on the normal Agenda Free TV. Okay, so what I need to do, I want to summarize what's going on, but the first thing I need to do is try to figure out where this is airing. Because I would like to get you some sort of coverage of it. Oh, like I don't even know, what I'd hope is that maybe like the local police department is airing it or something like that, or University of Georgia is airing it, but I honestly don't know. I don't know if any of you heard where this is going to be broadcast. Again, I was going to look at the police, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation maybe, or Athens Police, or University of Georgia, but it's not clear to me where exactly it's being broadcast. They just said we're having a news conference at 7. Let's see if I can find anything here. Yeah, I can't find it yet. Really quick, let me show you this, just an update here. This is a suspect is arrested on killing of women on University of Georgia campus. 23 years old. She had been out jogging and never came home. Just after noon on Thursday, says the New York Times, a friend reported to the campus police that Miss Riley was missing after she did not return from a run near the university's intramural fields. At 12:38, officers found her body in a patch of forest near a lake. She was unconscious and not breathing and had visible injuries. Paramedics arrived and pronounced her dead. The chief of university police said, they have a suspect in custody now. Chief Clark said he did not recall any homicides on campus in the last 20 years. That gives me an idea. Hold on a second here. Hang on one moment. So 16 minutes is when the news conference is. Let me see here. Okay. All right, hang on. That might be a place to look. I'm just trying to figure out where I might. That's not what I wanted. I'm hoping one of the the university broadcasts it, or some of the police or something. I just don't know that they will. So I'm hoping to have at least audio for you. Yeah, I will have it. I'll have at least guys. I'll have at least audio for you. Okay, I'll have at least audio. We will have that. But I'm hoping to find video. But the video would need to be like the local police or the local university or something. Thanks to Athena Gunlock for the Facebook stars. Thank you, Athena. Thanks to all of our moderators as well. Really appreciate all of our moderators being with us here tonight. Ruby Roo, for example, Ruth Grafasi, Linda Belk, Larry, Kayla over there on Twitch. Sorry. And our Facebook mods too. K. Larry Body, Big Ball of Yarn, David Green, Idaho Star, McBritches, Sarah, Papa Bear, Sharon, C54. This is going to be at 7 Eastern Time. In 15 minutes is when the news conference is supposed to be, 7 Eastern Time. Margaret Riley moderating too. Let's see. Let me try one more thing to look. Don't know. We'll have to see. See, I don't know because the university didn't air the press conference last night, so I don't know that they will tonight. How about the police here? Please visit the website. No, Athens Police didn't either. All right, I'll be looking around. I'll look around a couple places. I should have at least audio for you. Okay, should have at least audio for you. Thank you, Walter Beasley. I appreciate that. Let me just show you a little summary here. This is from WSB, Georgia Station. Suspect taken into custody in murder of 22-year-old nursing student on University of Georgia campus. Oops, hang on a second here. Why is this doing this? Hang on. WSB. Friends reported Laken Riley missing after they say she went for a jog yesterday near the university's intramural fields and never returned. Police found her unconscious and injured in a wooded area behind the fields, the intramural fields, at the university around 12:30 p.m. She was pronounced dead at the scene, and police have ruled her death a homicide. Police swarmed an apartment complex off of South Mileage Avenue. Was that today? So they do have a suspect in custody. Sadin saw 2 more men escorted to the back of police cars. It's unclear if those people are suspects or persons of interest. University officials said they will have a news conference at 7 in 11 minutes. In 11 minutes, there will be a news conference. So again, we'll have at least audio of it. Yeah. Ma Florida says, why is this even on Agenda Free TV? One person? Well, first of all, it's on Agenda Free TV too. But If you don't, I'm sorry that you're like, I'm sorry if you're really upset we're covering too much news. On YouTube, it's on Agenda Free TV too. But if we're covering too much news for you, I'm sorry, you can stop watching the channel. It's a national story. Okay. We use the second channel on YouTube to show smaller stories. Smaller and developing stories. That's why on YouTube it's on Agenda Free TV 2, not the main channel. Okay. Yes, a suspect is in custody, but we don't know the details on who the suspect is. Thanks, Kathy Marin. Kathy, where did you see that? Oh, but yeah, that I think, Kathy, I think none of those are going to work because they're not. If I'm going to show video, it's got to be like the police station or the university, which is public. I can't steal a news channel's video feed. But thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Yeah, so this is going to be in 9 minutes. Let me check something real quick here. Sorry, give me one moment. I was also going to try to show you where this is. I'm sorry, we got on we had to rush on the air after the last broadcast, so I haven't even had time to like really prepare, and we don't have much time to show you stuff because this is supposed to start in 8 minutes. So normally we'd have a little more time to go over everything, and I'm also trying to figure out where it's airing. You know, if there's anywhere I can show it. I can play audio, but okay, University of Georgia. So I'm kind of doing a bunch of things at once here. Get rid of that. We'll zoom in here. There's Athens, Georgia, right there. If we zoom in here, there's the university. I don't know where the intramural fields are. There's a football stadium. Where's athletics? Over here, maybe? There are some fields there. Where are the intramural fields? Yeah, Stasha says there was somebody, another student unrelated to this girl was found dead hours before her on campus. There was another person found dead, I think, around the same time, but that the other murder was unrelated. Oh, hold on a second. Hang on. Is this live? What's this? No, that's from last night. Sorry. Yeah, so we are going to have at least audio of the press conference. Intramural fields. I think I found it. Soccer field in Athens, Georgia. I'm looking on a map here. Where is that at? That's over here. That's up where? Where am I looking at here? I see it on the map. Down here. That's it right there. Intramural fields. That's it right in there. Intramural fields. So there's the University of Georgia here. Here are the intramural fields here. And the woman was a 22-year-old, was it? Who was a former student at the university who was running on campus, and she never came home. And I think her roommate or her friend reported her missing, and they found her body at around 12:30 yesterday. Right here. Just after noon on Thursday, a friend reported to the campus police that Miss Riley was missing after she did not return home from a run near the university's intramural fields. And then at 12:38, officers found her body in a patch of forest near a lake. She was unconscious and not breathing and had visible injuries. And a suspect has been taken into custody. There's a lake right there, Lake Herrick. Maybe that's the lake, Lake Herrick. So was she running around the lake or something like that? I don't know. I'll show you what it looks like if I can. That is what it looks like at the lake right there. That's Lake Herrick. So maybe she was running around this lake. I mean, it seems like a big lake. One of our viewers said she's studying nursing now. I believe I read that. I believe that is true. Or she was studying nursing now. Yes, the New York Times says she enrolled at the Augusta University's nursing program after studying at University of Georgia until the spring of 2023. All right, so we're waiting for an update right now from police, which should come in 5 minutes. Sorry, my Florida. I didn't mean to call you out, my Florida, over there on Twitch. But, you know. But I apologize. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to check my messages. Sometimes people find out about, like, oh, it's going to air over here. Online. Pete Fleming mentioned Online Athens. Online Athens, though, that's, I can't steal their footage. That's a news, that's not like a public, thanks for letting me know. That's not a public broadcaster, so I can't use their video. But thanks for letting me know, Pete Fleming. Thanks, Kathy, for messaging, too. You know, I looked around and I couldn't find... Last night when they did one, I couldn't find any like police department or university that was showing it last night. Now maybe they'll show it tonight. Again, I can bring you audio. Can bring you audio. There's Athens police as well. Just looking around here. All right, so it's 3 minutes until this is supposed to start. And again, we're kind of just rushing on the air because I found out this was happening. We just did another stream, so wanted to give you coverage. But I don't know... Is there one suspect? Is there more than one suspect? The university said a suspect is in custody. That's one suspect. Who is this person in custody? No idea. What can I say? I don't know any specifics. The university just said a suspect has been taken into custody in the murder of Laken Riley. There are no indications of a continuing threat to the campus. A news conference has been scheduled for 7 p.m. That is 3 minutes from now. But we will at least have audio for you. Let me do this also. Has not started yet. It has not started yet. Checking some of the local reporting here. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. That is a picture right there of Laken Riley from WSB. Laken Riley was found dead near the University of Georgia's intramural fields around noon on Thursday. after friends called 911 to report she hadn't returned from a jog. Around noon on Thursday. Wow. She was a junior nursing student at Augusta University's campus in Athens after having studied at University of Georgia. Thanks, Cruella. I appreciate it, Cruella. And what does this say? Oh, no. Okay. Checking a couple things here. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Oh, hold on. Oh, no. No, I thought it had started. It hasn't started yet. All right, hang on. Bear with me. That's not live, is it? No. All right, so I'm just looking here. I'm like looking. I want to make sure I don't miss the start of it. Okay. All right, that's helpful. Okay, we're good. Yes. University of Georgia Police Department. Hang on a second. Hang on a moment here. Okay, there's that. Do they have a page? Yeah, so the podium says University of Georgia Police, but I'm not even aware. I'm looking at their webpage, and I don't see any video on their webpage. So again, going to have at least audio for you of this starting very shortly, but I was trying to find video of it that I could actually show you. This happened yesterday. A woman went jogging on campus and was found dead near the intramural fields, and a suspect is in custody. Has it been delayed? Well, I don't know that it's been delayed. I don't think so. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but no, it hasn't. They're about to start right now. They're about to start. Hang on. One moment. Why can't I hear anything? I'm seeing, but I'm not hearing. Why am I not hearing? There's no sound. Have they not turned the sound on? Give me a second. Why? Yes, there's no sound. Oh, hold on here. Hold on. You're going to hear it right now. Hold on. You're going to hear it right now. Okay, we got sound. Just give me a moment. Okay, you're listening live. I'll be quiet. We have live sound.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming. And now, Jeff Clark, the University of Georgia's Chief of Police.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Clark, the Chief of Police for the University of Georgia Police Department. Thank you for joining us here today. I'm joined by Chris Posey, the Director of the GBI, Jerry Salters, Chief of Police, Athens-Clarke County Police Department, and Clarke County Sheriff John Williams. As I start, I want to again express my most sincerest condolences to the family of Lakeland Riley and her community of friends, both here at UGA and Augusta University. This is heartbreaking. This is a heartbreaking time for the university. I could not disclose Lakeland's name last night during the news conference, as last night the family had not been notified. But I'm here to share that we have a suspect in custody for Lakeland's murder. We are obtaining arrest warrants for Jose Antonio Ibarra, 26 years of age. He lives here in Athens, but is not a U.S. citizen. He has been charged with the following: malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death of another. He will be transported to the Clarke County Jail. We have also served a search warrant on his apartment and continue to collect evidence. There are no indications of a continuing threat to the community related to this case at this time. I want to thank the men and women of the University of Georgia Police Department and all of our partners. This arrest was facilitated by the excellent work of both patrol officers and detectives from the University of Georgia Police Department and the Athens-Clarke County Police Department, as well as Georgia Bureau of Investigation, with the assistance of federal agencies as well. In every way, it was genuinely a team effort. I know everyone will understand why I cannot go into detail on this case at this point, but I am willing to share some general information. The evidence is robust. Importantly, we were assisted by video footage from our campus security cameras networks, which proven vital in many cases. Our work, however, is not done. We are continuing to collect evidence and urge members of the community who may have pertinent information to call UGA Police Department at 706-542-2200. At this time, I want to recognize Deputy Director Posey, Chief Salters, and Sheriff Williams, and ask if they would make a comment.
Good evening. As the Chief mentioned, I'm Chris Posey, Director for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. And first off, let me echo the Chief's comments to the family of Lakeland Riley. Our thoughts and prayers will continue to be with her family, friends, and this community for many, many days to come in this tragic event, very tragic event. The point that has got us here today, as the Chief talked about, is partnerships with the GBI, the UGA Police Department, Athens-Clarke County, other local agencies assisting, as well as additional state resources that you see gathered here with us today. We're here where we are tonight because of that partnership and the hard work and the tireless work of the men and women that have been involved in this investigation. And we are grateful for that. We are grateful for these partnerships. We're grateful for the hard work. That's what they do on a daily basis. And we're here tonight because of that work and those partnerships. So thank you.
Jerry Salters, Chief of Police for Athens Clarke County Police Department. First, I'd like to express my sincere condolences to the family of Lakin and all of her friends and loved ones. I appreciate all the hard work from all the law enforcement officers and public safety personnel that has worked tirelessly over the last 30 hours in making arrests in this heinous crime. I'm especially proud of the men and women of the Athens Clarke County Police Department for their commitment and partnership with the university and their work in solving this case. The Athens Clarke County Police Department has a long-standing partnership with the University of Georgia Police Department, and we will continue to support and assist them as we work to bring justice for Lakeland and her family. Thank you.
I'm John Few Williams, Sheriff here in Clarke County. Again, express sincerest condolences, and I just want to reiterate also, as my esteemed colleagues have, this is truly a situation where teamwork was paramount. Whenever someone is victimized in Clarke County, we have a lot of resources that can pull together and get results like this. So I want to thank all of the public safety and law enforcement professionals that we have operating in and around this county for just doing a great job. The results were timely, and I'm thankful to work with all of these fine people that you see in front of you today.
At this time, I will take a few questions.
Can you spell the suspect's name, sir?
Spelling Jose, Jose, Antonio, Antonio, Ibarra, Ibarra.
You mentioned he is not a U.S. citizen. What is his status in the country right now?
Right now, I don't know his full status, but he is not a residence. He has an apartment here in Athens, but as far as an undocumented, I'm not sure, and that hasn't been confirmed. I just know he's not a citizen of the United States.
Corey Francisco with Channel 2 WSB. Can you tell me how he knew Lakin and where he's from? Any extra details on that?
At this time, the investigation suggests that they had no relationship. He did not know her at all. I think this was a crime of opportunity where he saw an individual and bad things happen.
What can we do to protect ourselves from a situation like this?
You know, we always put out safety tips here at University of Georgia. Basically, if you're walking in groups, if you're going anywhere, do it in groups. Basically, keeping your head on a swivel. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings.
Mr. Clark, can you talk to us about what you were able to find in the apartment off Miller Jackson? What made this smoother to get an answer within 30 hours?
At this time, the search warrant is taking place at the apartment right now as we speak. That evidence is not known. I will say we didn't need the evidence inside of the apartment to convict Mr. Ibarra.
When will the suspect appear in court?
As far as the suspect, this is a pretty brazen crime that happened in the morning, out in the open. Do you believe this suspect has done prior crimes in this community? Because this is a pretty bold jump to attack a young woman on a track and lead to her death.
In recent checks of his criminal history, he does not have an extensive criminal history as far as in violence. So I cannot say that this is, he has done this multiple times.
Hey, Chief, throughout the day, we saw multiple people being taken away and back of police cars. Are there any other connections to anyone else in this case? Was anybody else involved, or do you believe right now that this was a solo act?
The evidence suggests that this was a solo act. We took 3 or 4 people in custody. However, we're only going to arrest one in this
Do you have
case.
a motive or any indication at this point?
Like I said, this was just a crime of opportunity, no motive.
When is his first court appearance?
Hey, if you could just go.
Can you say how Lakin was killed, sir?
Say that again, sir.
How the victim was killed?
Blunt force trauma.
Did he go to school here, and where's he from, and did he have priors in that country?
According to the investigation, he did not attend school at the University of Georgia.
When is his first court appearance? Do we know yet?
Do not know that at this time.
And Chief, what do you tell students? A lot of parents worried to have their kids come back to campus, and you're saying this might have been his first time. Again, the young woman, doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man, out on this trail where a lot of students go. How do you restore some safety, some security on this campus? Because I know this has hit a lot of people, especially parents who have kids here. This could have been anybody's son or daughter out on that trail.
This was a very isolated incident. We haven't had a homicide at the University of Georgia in almost 30 years. And this, as I stated before, this was an individual who woke up with bad intentions on that day.
Okay, folks, we have time for one more question.
Okay. You talked about
excuse me.
What has he told investigators?
Hold, yeah, if you
Could you indicate some of the things that led your investigation to this individual? I know you might not be able to reveal too many things, but could you tell us what brought you to Mr. Ibarra?
A combination of several things, video evidence, technology.
What country is he from, sir? You know?
I'm not sure. I'm not certain on that. I believe Venezuela, maybe.
Okay. Thank you all very, very much.
Okay, so we just heard the suspect is 26-year-old Jose Antonio Ibarra, who was a resident of Athens, Georgia, where the University of Georgia is. And he did not know the victim. It was a crime of opportunity. He killed her with blunt force injuries. He is not a U.S. citizen. He has an apartment in Athens, and it was said that they had video evidence and they did not need the evidence in his apartment to narrow down that he was the suspect. It sounds like they might have even surveillance footage of this. Given what he said in the press conference, I would not be surprised if they literally have surveillance footage. I wouldn't be surprised if they have, cameras on that campus. Just terrible. Did not know her. It's not clear, he's not a citizen. Was he legally in the country or not? We don't know. He said he might have been from, police chief said he might have been from Venezuela originally. We don't know that. He did not have the police chief said he did not have an extensive violent criminal history. I don't know if he had some other criminal history. Terrible story. Again, this is a story about a I believe she was 22. 22-year-old Laken Riley. As the New York Times says, she was a undergrad at University of Georgia until the spring of 2023, and then she was enrolled at Augusta University's nursing program. Yesterday, she went for a run, and a friend or friends reported that she had not come back from the run, and she was found dead near a lake near the university's intramural fields, which my guess is that might be, although I haven't, maybe you guys know exactly because you've been following the case more closely, but the intramural fields are, here's the campus right here, intramural fields are down here, and then there's a Lake Herrick right here. So maybe it was that lake, I'm not sure, but there is a big lake right there, and I was showing you this before, what it looks like around there. So, perhaps she was running around here. Again, I don't know. Maybe yesterday there was footage on the news showing exactly where they were looking, or they found her or something. I don't know. But that's that lake there near the fields. So, But let me just do this here. Oh yeah, here's the area here. There's the intramural fields right there. And she was found in a wooded area, so somewhere in here. But just terrible. How long has the person been living here? I don't know. We really don't know much details on that suspect. We heard he's not a citizen, but he is a resident of Athens, has an apartment. That's really what we heard. Maybe from Venezuela. I don't know. The real MJ says people run around the intramural fields all the time. And this is, I mean, the middle of the day at this huge university. Her friends reported her missing around noon and her body was found around 12:30. So I don't know how long I don't know when she went for the run, but it sounds like this was not like in the middle of the night when she was killed. In this very public area. And it was a crime of opportunity, said the police chief. Wow. I'll take some more comments from you guys. Thank you, The Real MJ. Thanks, The Real MJ. Let me take a few more comments here. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. And it is a very, I probably don't have to tell a lot of you that with this presidential election going on, there is, and also not presidential election going on, but just the border issue is a big issue, a big political issue in the U.S. right now. So this story was getting a bunch of attention anyway, but I think that will add to the attention it's getting. Let's see. And to be clear, also, there was another, hold on. Recently, I believe there was another body found at the University of Georgia or near it, but this was not believed to be related. If I can find it here, because I read about that. But I can't find it right now. But I definitely read an article, I think it was last night, that said there was another body found recently in the area or something, and it's not believed to be related. But I can't find that. Here it is, right here. AP. Police arrest suspect in killing a nursing student at University of Georgia. And it says the arrest, blah, 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 blah. Where is it here? Students at the university were already shaken after a male student was found dead in his dorm room on Wednesday, and an armed robbery took place in the center of campus the night of February 16th. University police said yesterday there is no reason to believe those incidents were connected to the death of Riley. And they also said here, officials had said they were checking security cameras and advising students to travel in groups. It did sound like they said they in the press conference they had video evidence, and they said, if I remember right, they didn't even need the evidence in the guy's apartment to show that he was the suspect. It sounds to me like they might have surveillance video of the incident. Officers found her body in a forested area near Lake Herrick. Lake Herrick, that's the lake. That includes trails popular with runners and walkers. The area is close to University of Georgia's intramural fields and only a little farther from a large dormitory complex, mostly occupied by freshmen. A freshman business major, Paige Soskell, said she was stunned Riley was killed during the day. One of our viewers mentioned Molly Tibbetts. Lynn Downey says Molly Tibbetts was jogging also in Iowa. Molly Tibbetts was a college student, if I remember right, a couple of years ago, who died when she was I don't know if that was Ames, Iowa. I believe she was not on campus. I think she might have been at her home. But she was running around like a suburban neighborhood. And if I remember right, somebody just came up to her and ended up sexually assaulting her and killing her. The suspect does not know did not know the victim. Crime of opportunity, it was called. Again, his name was Jose Antonio Ibarra. There's a picture of Laken Riley, who was killed right there. That's from ABC WPDE. Jose Antonio Ibarra. Hang on a moment here. We'll read a few more comments. Thanks to John 1948, and thank you to all of our moderators who are here. I really appreciate our moderators: BZ, Ruth Krafasi, Linda Belk, Larry, David Green, Idaho Star, McBritches, Sarah, Papa Bear, Sharon C54, and Christina Neal, thanks for modding as well. Margaret Riley too. Was she sexually assaulted? I don't remember the specifics. I don't remember that being said. I don't know. I don't know if that's been revealed yet. So, as this article from TND says, it says, the chief tonight said Ibarra is facing a long list of charges: malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death of another. They didn't really go into much detail about the actual crime, though. Yeah, I would not be surprised. Mr. Bigley says, I bet she was. Unfortunately, I would not be surprised, but I just want to be clear. I don't think we've definitively heard that. Bart Madness says, I'm amazed how quickly they figured this out. Well, they did say they had video evidence, if I remember right. So, but I'm glad they got the person. Here it is right here. Brian Enton, Jose Antonio Ibarra charges. Those are all the charges. Brian Enton posted that. Nini of 6 says, in broad daylight too. So I am assuming that in the coming days we'll hear more about this person and about. I would not be surprised if police gave an update tomorrow or Monday or something, like a press conference where they share more. Ken Rowe, our viewer, says there was an incident in San Francisco several years ago where a non-citizen murdered a girl and partially escaped conviction, I believe. I don't know anything about that. I mean, your citizen status, I don't think, would have any bearing on whether you got convicted in a U.S. court. It's just going to be the evidence against you. As far as I'm aware. So, I mean, he is charged with all these crimes now. But I don't know the specifics about that case. Thanks for writing in, Kenro. Ruth Krafazzi says, I'm glad they caught the guy. Yes, Mark says they must have video of the crime because they said they didn't even need whatever they found during the search of his residence. Yes, they did say that. Yes, the real MJ said that the police chief said that maybe the person was from Venezuela. Kathy Moran said they probably wanted to calm the public down and give them something for now and will fill in more later. That is not unreasonable. One of our viewers mentioned the mugshot Papa B. You know, there's no pictures of him out yet. I'm guessing that'll certainly come out in the coming days. There's not one right now. One of our viewers asked about one of the charges. Yeah, interesting. One of our viewers said, what could hindering the 911 call mean? Claire Bear said this. That I don't know. Hindering 911 call. I don't know what to make of that. Real Pew Pew says 24 more hours and the mugshot will be everywhere? So one of our viewers said just saw a pic. Let me see. Maybe there's one floating around. I would be careful. Because I have not seen one. So be careful. Because it might not be legit if you only see it one place and no one else is showing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere. Gosh, just awful. Just jogging in this area in the middle of the day, like on the campus. And it was near this lake. You can see University of Georgia, Lake Herrick, right next to the university intramural fields. Lake Herrick was commissioned by the school in 1982 as a recreational resource for Athens and University of Georgia. Fox says maybe Venezuela. Yeah, that's what the police chief said. I'm just checking my messages here. BZ says, at 26, I would be surprised if this was his first attack. So they didn't think, the police chief said he didn't have an extensive violent criminal history, which left open that he did have some sort of significant criminal history, but non-violent. But we don't know exactly what that is. This is interesting also. I don't... 11 Alive pointed out that authorities did a search warrant on his apartment and have been collecting robust evidence in the case. So I wonder what the robust evidence was at his apartment. And if they were saying that, you know, sounds like they have some video, but I don't remember the exact words if they were saying the robust evidence was the what stuff at his apartment. But I mean, yeah, it's crazy. It's you know, right? These are the intramural fields right here. You can see it says intramural fields at the university. That they would use those for, you know, soccer games and softball games for the students and stuff. Big parking lot right there. There's the lake. So somewhere around here. Again, I don't know if she was running around here, but look, you can see there's a path. There's a path. She might have been running around the lake because there's a path that goes right around the lake. See this path right here? You can see it. Wonder if you can go down there. No, can't. Yeah, you can see there's a path right there. It goes right through. Look, I'll show you. There it is. I don't know if she was running through here, but that goes right. That's right near the water there. So certainly seems like a place where people would walk and run around. You can see the path on Google Maps. I don't know exactly where she was found, but there's a bridge that goes across the lake. And there's like, look at that. I mean, right next to this, there's tennis courts over here, practice field. I mean, it's a very public area. That's it, right? That's the lake where she was found near. Yeah, they found her in a wooded area near the lake, as Vivian Yurton mentioned. Thanks, Unleashed Pokegamer says, hindering a 911 call could have happened if she tried to call 911, but he stopped it. That is my guess, and I know I might be wrong. Certainly, yeah, that certainly would seem like a possibility. Yes, if you want, you can... well, you missed the press conference. Before we stop, do you want me to play just the audio? Maybe I'll just play one more time the audio of what the police chief said at the press conference. I won't play the other stuff. Just the initial police chief, what he said, and then his answering the questions at the end. Why don't I do that? Okay, let's do that. That won't take very long. We'll do that so you can hear it. All right, so we're going to replay the audio. Just not the whole thing, just so you can hear it again. Okay, let's do that. And I'll leave that up on the screen, those two things there. Let's see.
Department. Thank you for joining us here today. I'm joined by Chris Posey, the director of the GBI.
I'll forward through this a little bit.
Police Department. As I start, I want to again express my most sincerest condolences to the family of Lakeland Riley and her community of friends, both here at UGA and Augusta University. This is heartbreaking. This is a heartbreaking time for the university. I could not disclose Laken's name last night during the news conference, as last night the family had not been notified. But I'm here to share that we have a suspect in custody for Lakeland's murder. We are obtaining arrest warrants for Jose Antonio Ibarra, 26 years of age. He lives here in Athens, but is not a U.S. citizen. He has been charged with the following: malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death of another. He will be transported to the Clark County Jail. We have also served a search warrant on his apartment and continue to collect evidence. There are no indications of a continuing threat to the community related to this case at this time. I want to thank the men and women of the University of Georgia Police Department and all of our partners. This arrest was facilitated by the excellent work of both patrol officers and detectives from the University of Georgia Police Department and the Athens Clark County Police Department, as well as Georgia Bureau of Investigation, with the assistance of federal agencies as well. In every way, it was genuinely a team effort. I know everyone will understand why I cannot go into detail on this case at this point, but I am willing to share some general information. The evidence is robust. Importantly, we were assisted by video footage from our campus security cameras networks, which proven vital in many cases. Our work, however, is not done. We are continuing to collect evidence and urge members of the community who may have pertinent information to call UGA Police Department at 706-542-2200. At this time, I want to recognize Deputy Director Posey, Chief Salters, and Sheriff Williams.
All right, so now I'll forward to the part where he takes questions, okay? Heard they said they had robust evidence, that they had important video evidence. Maybe they have video of the incident. All right, here's the Q&A.
At this time, I will take a few questions.
Can you spell the suspect's name, sir?
Spelling Jose, Jose, Antonio, Antonio, Ibarra, Ibarra.
You mentioned he is not a U.S. citizen. What is his status in the country right now?
Right now, I don't know his full status, but he is not a resident. He has an apartment here in Athens, but as far as an undocumented, I'm not sure, and that hasn't been confirmed. I just know he's not a citizen of the United States.
Corey Francisco with Channel 2 WSB. Can you tell me how he knew Laken and where he's from? Any extra details on that?
At this time, the investigation suggests that they had no relationship. He did not know her at all. I think this was a crime of opportunity where he saw an individual and bad things happen.
What can we do to protect ourselves from a situation like this?
You know, we always put out safety tips here at University of Georgia. Basically, if you're walking in groups, if you're going anywhere, do it in groups. Basically, keeping your head on a swivel. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings.
Mr. Clark, can you talk to us about what you were able to find in the apartment off Millage Avenue? What made this smoother to get an answer within 30 hours?
At this time, the search warrant is taking place at the apartment right now as we speak. That evidence is not known. I will say we didn't need the evidence inside of the apartment to convict Mr. Ibarra.
When will the suspect appear in court?
As far as the suspect, this is a pretty brazen crime that happened in the morning, out in the open. Do you believe this suspect has done prior crimes in this community? Because this is a pretty bold jump to attack a young woman on a track and lead to her death.
In recent checks of his criminal history, he does not have an extensive criminal history as far as in violence. So I cannot say that this is, he has done this multiple times.
Hey, Chief, throughout the day, we saw multiple people being taken away and back of police cars. Are there any other connections to anyone else in this case? Was anybody else involved, or do you believe right now that this was a solo act?
The evidence suggests that this was a solo act. We took 3 or 4 people in custody. However, we're only going to arrest one in this case.
Do you have a motive or any indication at this point?
Like I said, this was just a crime of opportunity, no motive.
When is this first court appearance?
Hey, if you could just,
Can you say how Lakin was killed, sir?
Say that again, sir.
How the victim was killed? Who was it?
Blunt force trauma.
Did he go to school here, and where's he from, and did he have priors in that country?
According to the investigation, he did not attend school at the University of Georgia.
When is his first court appearance? Do we know yet?
Do not know that at this time.
And Chief, what do you tell students? A lot of parents worried to have their kids come back to campus, and you're saying this might have been his first time. Again, the young woman, doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man, Alamos Trail where a lot of students go. How do you restore some safety, some security on this campus? Because I know this has hit a lot of people, especially parents who have kids here. This could have been anybody's son or daughter out on that trail.
This was a very isolated incident. We haven't had a homicide at the University of Georgia in almost 30 years. And this, as I stated before, this was an individual who woke up with bad intentions on that day.
Okay, folks, we have time for one more question.
Okay. You talked about
excuse me.
What has he told investigators?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you
Could you indicate some of the things that led your investigation to this individual? I know you might not be able to reveal too many things, but could you tell us what brought you to Mr. Ibarra?
A combination of several things, video evidence, technology.
What country is he from, sir? You know?
I'm not sure. I'm not certain on that. I believe Venezuela, maybe.
Okay. Thank you all very, very much.
So you heard it there. One suspect, they believe he did it alone. 26-year-old Jose Antonio Ibarra, a resident of Georgia, but not a citizen, possibly from Venezuela. Not clear if he was legally in the country or not. I just don't know. But very sad, crazy. A guy just, she was running in a very public place on the campus there near the intramural fields on University of Georgia yesterday, and she didn't come back from her run, and a roommate called police around noon saying she didn't come back, and they found her body soon after in a wooded area near this lake next to the intramural fields. And as I showed you before, it's a very public area. Lake Herrick. Oops. So there are the intramural fields there. That's the campus right there. This is on campus. There's more campus buildings over here. I think there's a campus buildings. These must be center for... Looks like a campus building. Maybe not, but... a bunch of buildings here. But you can see the intramural fields are here. You got tennis courts, you got a practice field, and you have this lake. And she was found in a wooded area near the lake. Just terrible. Our viewer Powder Puff says, broad daylight, unbelievable. Nini of 6 says, wait for the facts, we will learn more. Yes, as Wessie's Corner Emporium says, could have the whole thing recorded for all we know. That is possible. That is possible. They said they had robust evidence. They had video evidence, surveillance footage. Zoria says she had her whole future ahead of her. Just terrible. She just went out for a run. One of our viewers says, does Jose have wife and family? I'm not aware if he had any kind of family in the area. The real MJ said it was really warm here in Georgia yesterday. So this is, and it was blunt force. That was the cause of the death, blunt force. So a really terrible story. I'm certainly glad they caught the person. But yeah, that's really terrible. So I'm sure we'll hear more about this person in the coming days. Okay. Jack Goff on X said, went to school there, very busy spot next to an on-campus parking and intramural fields. And there is a parking lot right here. Look at that. I mean, I can show you here. There the intramural, some of the fields there. There's the lake. See, that's the lake. Was that a garage? I don't know what's. This is a parking garage in here. That's a garage. Look at this. There's this garage right next to the lake, and tennis courts and a parking lot, all next to the lake. She was found near the lake. Unreal. All right, so I will keep an eye out for more details. If I see stuff, I'll post it on my X account, which is @Lookner. You can follow me there for breaking news updates. So if I see updates, I'll post them there. And I certainly appreciate you guys tuning in for this stream. A reminder, if you were looking for this stream on YouTube, and you couldn't find it, it's probably because you were looking on the main news channel, Agenda Free TV, but this channel is Agenda Free TV 2. It's a channel where we cover some smaller stories and some developing stories. So that's where we were, Agenda Free TV 2 on YouTube, Agenda Free TV on the other platforms. But I really appreciate you joining the stream, and thanks for your comments. Certainly condolences to the family of the victim. Just unimaginable, just horrible. Was it Laken Riley? Am I getting the name right? Laken Riley, yeah, 22 years old. Good job by the police getting this person in custody. And very much, thanks so much to our moderators as well. Really appreciate them being here. BZ, Ruth Krafasi over there on YouTube, Linda Belk and Larry on X, and on Twitch, David Green, Idaho Star, McBritches, Sarah, Papa Bear, Sharon C54, and over there on Facebook, I know Christina Neal was there before, Margaret Riley. Thanks to all of our mods. Thanks to our subscribers and followers, including people like Janet Erica Battaglieri, Robert Rial, Margaret Riley. Yeah, she's there right now. Over there on Paul Anderson, who's modding, by the way. All of our Facebook subscribers, thank you. And our Twitch subscribers. Thanks to Haas McKayfabe for your support on Twitch, and Prague TM, and Mudmore, and Eat Bites. Thanks for your support over there on Twitch. Joe KPHX and Shorty6890. And all of the people who subscribe and support this channel on Twitch, just to name a few: Haas McKayfabe, McBritches, Shaggy, Wall Street, and Mudmore, Blue Pip, David Green, Nancy Elizabeth, and others, and all of our YouTube members, just to name a few of them. Thanks for your support of the channel. Oh, well, we don't have YouTube members on this channel. We only have it on the other AFTV channel. All right, guys, I am wrapping up this coverage. You've been watching our live coverage of the press conference on the murder at the University of Georgia. And thanks to our other viewers as well, people like Marge Christie Claft, Evelyn in Maine, Airtight Ski Pole, and others. All right, that is it, folks. We are wrapping this up, and I will post updates on my X account. And also, sign up for notifications for when we're going live. We have a free notification system. You can sign up for free, and then you get sent a notification whenever we go live. I never know when breaking news is going to happen, so that can be helpful. The mods will post the link to the notifications in the chat, and you can find it in the description of this broadcast on YouTube and Facebook. And thanks so much to our Discord mods as well. All right, that is it. I am wrapping it up. You've been watching our live coverage of the University of Georgia murder press conference. We will see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.